me bring in PKD Nambiar into the conversation. PKD, keeping the name change aside, why do you think then that the governor is feeling the need to make certain some of these comments of the past few days, where he's also spoken about DMK's Dravidian politics, which he's called regressive? He says that this is too much emphasis on the fact that we are Dravidians, and therefore it instills, as per the governor, a belief in the minds of people that we are not entirely a part of India, and that we are that they don't identify as Indians.
Well, Devika, I don't think that governor has ever not mentioned properly that yes, we need to go for a name change with regard to Tamil Nadu to Tamilagam. Definitely no. Tamilagam maybe, I don't know, I'm not that very good with Tamil, but of course I do understand Tamil well. Maybe it may be a poetic word of expressing, as my other co-panelist was talking about, in many other states, in the neighboring state like Kerala. There is one area which is called as Travancore, there is another area which is called as Malabar, and then Malanadu. There is one area which is called as Malanadu, like the Wayanad, all those kind of places in Karnataka, the Dakshin Karnataka, which is of Coorg, and also the belt which is the Konkan belt, where the language is different, the food is different, so on and so forth. We are very diverse. But I don't think he has never mentioned, even if you recall that speech of him very well, he has never mentioned that there is a need for going and changing the name from Tamil Nadu to Tamilagam. What he all said was that I'm not going to defend the governor, I'm not the spokesperson for him, but then I do feel that what he was mentioning is that more than Tamil Nadu, I would like to call this as more of like a Tamilagam. So every individual have the right to call, like the poets will call Kerala as a Kairali, or some other people will call like it is, the rivers are called in different ways. So I don't think that has anything to do with it, or neither he has ever suggested that to go for a name change. So I think the debate of that particular part should end there, rather than making it as a big thing to be discussed on a national. Now coming to the second part of it, yes, there is some kind of a merit what he said when it comes to how the Dravidian parties behave when it comes to the national policies, the national outlook. Like whereas we have seen in the past, from the last even till few months ago, the language role, wherein nobody has ever talked about that Tamil is not required, Tamil needs to be quashed, but there is an anti-Hindi movement, there is an anti-North India movement, and Tamil Nadu is considered as like more of like another country altogether, not a part of India. Such kind of statements, a very, very hyper-regional kind of emotion the Dravidian parties have been trying to create, which is definitely not in the interest of the country. It is a state. In each state in the country has got its own identity. Within the state, there are areas which has got their own separate culture, character, altogether, both in terms of language, food, terrain, so many other vividity we have it in our country. But I think the Dravidian politicians have always been trying to play hyper-regional activities, hyper-regional emotions, which may not be in the interest of the country.
Okay, all right.
The time has come, the Dravidian politics needs to go for a complete makeover, or else the national parties to get into come in just like any other place. I'm not talking about any other state. That's the way we need to look at it. I think let's learn some positive part of what you said, rather than just a passing remark should not become a part of a larger discussion or debate.
Absolutely. What are the larger implications of such an approach?
Well, Devika, Mithun is right. It's not today. Over the last couple of decades, there has been a move, very, very strong, consistent effort by the parties from the south that to portray that BJP means it's a North Indian party. It's a party which belongs to only the North Indians or the Hindi speaking. And to an extent, that perception which they have created has worked. That is the reason the BJP could not make that kind of a big inroads, despite having a very strong cadre all across the south of India. They could not make electorally that successful as compared to many other places. But then that trend is changing. So whenever that trend is changing, then there is a national move, especially after the Narendra Modi came into the power. Overall there is a perception change. The people do understand that if you really look at it, Devika, that over the last there is no prime minister. There was no prime minister who has ever taken Tamil Nadu's name, Tamil language, the amount of credit for the Tamil language as one of the oldest language, most beautiful language, even in any forum, national, international, every forum he has taken. As somebody else was talking about the corridor between the kind of relationship, the ancient relationship between the north of India and the south of India, between Kashi and Tamil Nadu and all of these, Rameshwaram, all these things have been portrayed. But somehow the Dravidian parties today feel that, yeah, if this is all going to happen in this way, maybe BJP, it might go into the interest of BJP. If that happens, what will happen to their own family-driven businesses? I call the South Tamil Nadu politics is more of like a family company. Of course, now the Jayalalitha is not there, but otherwise, if you really look at the Stalin, is all about the father, son, and then the grandson, and maybe another son will come. That's the way it works. So I think the discussion and debate of Tamil Nadu's trying to behave as if a country, and the DMK spokesperson, whatever he was talking about, we feel, we that. So what is this we? We means India. We may not means not Tamil Nadu. That is where the biggest mistake is happening. Unfortunately, this mindset needs to change. The national debate discourse should be against this move of this hyper regionalism, and to try to have a control only for the political interest, creating a story and creating a narrative that, oh yes, anything and everything, India as a country take decision which may applicable to all across the states is not in the interest of Tamil Nadu, and Tamil Nadu, it's all going against the Tamil Nadu. That narrative is not right. And as far as the almost all the governors Tamil Nadu had from the last so many years have been a non-Tamilian. Telangana has got a Tamilian as a governor. So many IAS officers who are in Delhi, all those places, they are all Tamilian. So what does that mean? So I think it's India as a concept needs to be articulated. BJP is trying to make a big inroads, and with Annamalai coming as the president, and Narendra Modi and Amit Shah is looking at South as a little bit more on a court. Though, so there is आग लगा हुआ है, तो थोड़ा बहुत तो उनका वो गर्मी दिखेगा ही.
Okay, all right. I thank our panelists for joining us on this very crucial discussion.